Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy Ocela back at it again with another video, and more specifically a Friday the 13th video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be telling you 10 tips and tricks as a counselor to not suck in Friday the 13th, the game. So this video was inspired. I was playing today with the boys, the homies, as you can see in the background, and I was like, man, there are some people I play with that absolutely suck. They don't suck, but I was like, man, I'm probably gonna make a video like this. So with the recent success with my Pack-a-Knack roof glitch, and by the way, I don't think that was patched yet, so if it was, let me know in the comments and I'll change it to patched. But without further ado, I present to you 10 tips and tricks on how to not suck in Friday the 13th, the game, as a counselor. Number 10, knowing your special abilities. You see, each counselor has their own little stamina, perk points, and abilities. So I play as, what's her name? The Tiffany Cox, the flirty girl. Now, she is the highest ranking character, level 18. People think she sucks. I like her in my opinion, because she's the top ranking character, and I like her ass. But pretty much, when you play as her, she is meant to be a stealthy character. And if you're playing as someone like the rocker chick, AJ Mason, she's a good repair and a good stealth person. So what you could do with her is stealth around the map looking for car parts and putting them and bringing them back to the car. Now for Tiffany Cox, she's more of a do the same thing, but drop them, and now I will be talking about that in a later tip. But what her job is to go and scavenge car parts and do that stuff. But like, same thing with Bugsy and, what's his name? I forgot his name. Bugsy and Vanessa, yeah. So they are runners, so they go find car parts and go bring them back and drop them for the smart players like LaChapa. Sweet LaChapa, I love LaChapa. And AJ Mason, people like them. And that is, it's really simple to find your person's special ability. It's really not that hard to find your person's special ability. When you're selecting them through the character menu, look at what they're good at and take advantage of what they're good at. So if you are Bugsy or AJ or someone with someone with a low repair, do not go repairing the phone box. You know, don't do that. Bad idea. Bad things will happen, and it's not smart to do something like that because in the long run you're gonna get killed. So if you have a good repair, like with the guy, I forgot his name. I think his name's Adam. Adam, he has good repair. He's a repair guy. Don't go around the map with AJ, or not. I keep saying AJ. Like with Vanessa Jones or Bugsy trying to fix the phone box, you're gonna have a bad time. Number 9, and this one should be an absolute obvious, but I still see people that are level 50 and even more. They do not barricade all the doors, and this happens a lot in the beginning of the match. I will see people who spawn in, go into a house, and leave the door hanging wide open. I can't stress to you how stupid this is. They'll be like, well, it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it really does. Jason might just fucking teleport to you, especially if you're by the car. He will teleport to you, and you just left the door open right for him. He doesn't have to tear it down or nothing, and you won't know if he's in or not. So, whenever you spawn in or whatever you're doing, close that door. And I don't even recommend going through the door. I always climb through the windows, mainly. That's always to avoid traps, usually. But I go in straight through the windows and go barricade the doors. Now, I don't know if anyone else does that, but in the beginning of the games, I usually go through the doors, but if you go in those doors, if you're in any house, barricade every door immediately. I cannot tell you and stress to you how much time this will give you to strategize and break and give you more stamina. If you have the door that is not locked, he can break right into that bitch. Like, he can open that door, and it's really simple for him to get in. But if you barricade, I promise you, it will save you a lot. Number 8. Well, I think this one should also be an obvious one. That is not to ever try to 1v1 Jason unless you're fucking around. So, this is different, but, like, if you're literally, like, about, like, just getting chased, you're like, come on, let's 1v1, see, that's for shits and giggles. But if you're literally just trying to fucking hit Jason on all out fills, it's a bad time. Like, if you think you're gonna kill Jason by fucking 1v1ing him, it's not gonna work. You have to do it through the advanced, take his mask off, you have to do all that stuff. So, really, though, I seriously, it is super duper hard to try to 1v1 Jason, because you have a very small chance of hitting, unless you're playing Chad. But if you are trying to fight Jason, and you're trying to hit him, like, go chill, like, I don't know how to explain it to you, like, in a door, like, you can hide behind the door, and when he comes to walk through, you hit him with a baseball bat, and try to hit him down. But, like, if you are at the car, and everyone else has a weapon, and I can tell you how many times as Jason this has pissed me off, and I'm playing as Jason, everyone has a weapon, and then whenever I pick somebody up, they're just fucking killing me, and I hate that so much, you have no idea. So, try your best on the 1v1 Jason unless you know you're gonna die, or just you're gonna have a bad. Number 7, this one is really beneficial. I seriously recommend this one, and that is to drop parts and tell them if you're about to die, and tell your teammates where they are, or the same thing, vice versa. Tell your teammates where if you're about to die, tell them where your car parts are. So this is like kind of like a number 10, kind of. But when you find parts and you're about to die, it would not be good if you're trying to run around the map and you're carrying the gas. You're gonna have a bad time. So the smart thing to do would be to drop it by the car, so whenever you're distracting Jason and he's running around with you, you just drop the gas for them and left the battery with them so they can fix the car while you're distracting Jason and you're about to die. But let's say you have the car keys and you are running around the map. So you're halfway across, you're at Higgins Haven, you're at the main house, and the boat spawned, the other car is there, you know what I'm saying? And you have the car keys, and you know for a fact you're about to just die. You're like, fuck it, I'm about to just die. Because you know there's nothing you can do, you have no med spray, you're fucking hurt. So what I always do is I make sure, I tell somebody there's always somebody on the radio most of the time, unless you're playing in the beginning of the match, and I will say, hey, I'm at the Higgins Haven, or where I'm at, and that's also another thing, learn the locations. I'll be like, hey, I'm here, I had the car keys, come pick them up from my dead body. Just tell them where your dead body is, and make sure you explain it thoroughly. Like, I'll be like, hey, I have this, if I ever die, I'll say whatever in my inventory. So say, hey, I have med spray and a pocket knife. If you want to come get it from my dead body, I'm at Higgins Haven during the mid-animation. Now, the only time you don't hear them anymore is when Jason walks away and the animation is over. So even when you're getting killed, you can still tell them where you are and where your stuff is. So you know the exact location. And I can't tell you how many games this has actually saved people, where I've told people where the parts are for the car and stuff when I've died with keys on my body, and I've dropped parts, and people have left me because I've done that just to be a nice person. But I've always done that, and I recommend. Number 6, and that is look out for traps. I can't tell you how many times I don't understand why people get trapped in traps, like, all the time. It bothers me. I can put a trap in front of a door and they will run into it, and I'm like, counselors, what the fuck are you doing? Look at the ground, for God's sake. Look where you're going. There's never a moment where I'm not ever looking at the ground before I go anywhere. Now, there might be that one lucky chance that Jason gets you and you're going into a window, but that is impossible. Unless you hear him putting traps down, it's impossible, especially if it's barricaded. But, you know, if you're not looking out for traps, you're gonna have a bad time. Like, you're really gonna have a really bad time. Because especially if you're trying to fix the car or anything, if you're trying to fix the phone box or anything, always look for traps. And his traps, they're not even that blended in. They're leaves. The leaves are so distinguishable from other leaves. It's insane how obvious it is. Especially if it's on the dirt road, you can see the leaves there, and it's like, obviously that's a trap. So, if you're not looking out for traps, you're going to have a bad time. And number 5, we're at the middle point. Gosh, we're almost 9 minutes in. This will probably be cut anyways, mostly. And that is to tell your teammates where Jason is. If you're getting chased by Jason, tell your teammates where they are. Now, keep in mind that Jason can't hear you, so don't say out loud, oh, you're at Higgins Haven and he's chasing you. He's going to know where to go next after he kills you. But if you're getting chased by Jason, say, hey, Jason's on me. Go do what you need to do. And I wouldn't even say that really over there. Just say, hey, they're like, hey, do you guys know where Jason is? If you ever hear that, so if you know where he is, if he's chasing, you say, hey, he's on me. I'm at Crystal Lake by the main car. So, and say I'm at the main car. Don't say anything else. Just say, yeah, he's on me. He's at Crystal Lake. And you will know, they will know right away where he is, and they'll know they're not in any danger, and they will go on and get stuff done. I always do this. If I'm ever getting chased by Jason, I'm like, hey, Jason's on me. He's at Higgins Haven right now. He's at the Packanack Lodge main house. Stuff like that. And there's never a moment where I don't tell my teammates where Jason is. If I find him, as soon as I see him, I'm telling my teammates where he is. It's an absolute necessity to tell your teammates where Jason is. Number 4, this kind of ties into the other thing at number 1 as well, and number 5, and that is use yourself or other players to distract Jason. So, if you are playing with a party of people, you will know right away, you should probably have a game plan. Be like, hey, if one of us is Jason, then we'll cancel it, or we're trying to do this. I'm like, hey, how about one of us distracts Jason while we get the car done, and then we'll pick you up on the road soon, and have another person passed off to distracting him. Now, not everyone's going to really get away, you know. There's going to be some people that are left behind. That's how it works. I literally fix the car for people. I'll say, hey, just like a 2-seater, and they're like, hey, just go on and go, leave me. And I do that. Like, I played it today. I don't know if I recorded that. I don't think I did. But I'll be like, hey, just go on and go. You know, and I always use myself to distract Jason for other people, and I can't tell you how many times I've died. So it's kind of like you're sacrificing yourself for your other players, and I can't tell you how many times I've done this and how much respect I've earned from players for doing this. So if you do this, I promise you, you will get praised, and there are a lot of people that will be thanking you and adding you on Xbox due to this. So do that. Do yourself a favor. Help yourself and help other players by distracting Jason and keeping him distracted. That's the key to everything. Distracting Jason. I know sometimes I get distracted while playing as Jason. Like, oh, they fixed the fucking car and they're gone in the boat. What the hell? This is just chasing this one person the entire game. And because people are smart, they are not dumb. So use that as a strategy. And number 3, I needed to catch my breath. Jeez. And this one is kind of a wild card, but that is to leave any car off-road. If you are the driver of a car, you should know where you're going. The main road is the riskiest part, and if you want to go on the main road, which I'm pretty bad at doing that, I like to go to the main road because I don't really know the off-roads. But what you're seeing right now is a little mini synopsis of a video that I saw on YouTube, and I will link this video in the description. It's very good, and it's a video on showing you how to leave the cams in the car off-road the right way and the quickest way and the safest way. So this is a really good video, and I highly recommend you check it out. So this is so you can avoid Jason at all costs, and because he has a harder time in the forest than he does on the main road where he can get in the way of you and in front of the car. So that is the best tip in my opinion, is to get in the car and go off-road. Trust me, it saved me so much time going off-road than going on the main road and getting out. And I promise you, it will save you a ton of time. Number 2, that is, if you ever see a walkie, or if you see something, tell me if, like, I have the perk called, I think it's called, like, psychosis, something like that, where I spawn the walkie-talkie. I love the walkie-talkie. It's my favorite thing in the game. You can hear other people on the radio who have the radio as well. If you find a walkie-talkie and you don't pick it up, I will frown upon you. I will be furious at you. I will be pissed. I will be mad. If you have a walkie-talkie and you see one and you see somebody on the top left who doesn't have one, tell them where your walkie-talkie is. Like, I'll be like, hey, there's a walkie-talkie in this house if you want it. I think you could see it in the clip. If you saw it earlier, I'm pretty sure I told the guy where a walkie-talkie was and he went and grabbed it. But the walkie is probably the number 1 priority in my opinion, on everyone's list should be always find a walkie-talkie. It's the key to communication, and this game is entirely based on communication, and if you don't communicate with other players, you're going to have a bad time. I can't tell you how many games I've gotten into, and people don't have mics, it pisses me off so bad, and that's going to tie into number 1, you'll see in just a minute. So, let's go on and get into the number 1, and the best tip I can give any player trying to play this. The number 1 tip, and I swear to God, people, they piss me off when they don't have this one, is to only play this game if you have a microphone. I beg, I beg of you, if you do not have a microphone and you play this game, I kick you from the game. If I'm a host, you're out. I kick you. Especially because I play with my private match a lot of times. But I cannot stand players who do not play with microphones. I don't understand it, because you can't tell them where your car parts are, because most of the time they can't hear you. I've been telling people all the time, like, hey, there's a walkie here, and they'll just completely ignore me. Like, hey, there's a bat here, you want this bat? And they'll just ignore me. Like, no, I'm out. But if you play this game and you do not have a microphone, you're all gonna suck. These other tips are gonna have no need to you, because if you find a walkie-talkie, you're not gonna be able to talk to other people. What the fuck? You know, and if you're gonna drop the parts, you're not gonna be able to tell your teammates where the parts are when you die. Like, people have died, I've seen it on the spectator mode, people die with fucking car keys, and they have no mic, and they can't tell people where the shit is. Literally, microphones are so cheap. Like, you can go to Walmart and get a headset for less than 20 bucks. My first headset was $20, and it worked great. Now, I even use the headphones. I got these headphones I'm using right now at Walmart that I play with Xbox. So the Razer Kraken Pros. And people will be like, oh, you got a Walmart mic? Dude, everyone got their mic at Walmart. Shut your fucking mouth. This headset cost me like 40 bucks. It was on sale. I got it. It's the best headset I've probably had in a long time, especially for gaming. Any game that it seriously requires teamwork, this game is based entirely on teamwork, and you have no microphone, I don't talk to you. I hate it so much. It bothers me because it's so hard to play with these players, because you can't talk to them, and they don't know what they're doing, and they always die first. They always die first because they suck, and they can't do anything because they can't communicate. And all these tips always tie in with communication. Communication is the absolute key to the success in this game. If you don't have one, I strongly suggest you pick one up. You can still play without a microphone, of course, and I don't know why they have that in there as a feature. I think they ought to throw people with no mics in their own little lobby with people who have no mics, because it's so hard to play with people who don't have fucking mics. So everyone who doesn't have a mic, do yourself a favor, pick up a microphone. It's literally like, they're like 20 bucks. That's it. Just go to Walmart, get a mic. It doesn't matter what the fuck it sounds like. If it works, it works. So that about wraps it up for today's video. Man, this is probably one of the longest videos I've made in a long time. 15 minutes, or 16 minutes now. I'll probably cut some of it down. But I really hope these tips helped you out. If it really did, I strongly suggest you leaving a like on this video. I would highly appreciate it so much. And shout out to the boys in the clip. I'm playing, I think I'm showing Jason footage right now. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. If it did in any way, shape, or form help you in performing better in Friday the 13th the game, please leave a like on this video. If you didn't learn anything, leave a dislike and tell me how you didn't learn anything if you knew all these tips. I mean, even if you did, please leave a like on the video. I appreciate it. And if you guys want to see more Friday the 13th content, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment and turn the bell notifications on, man. You will see all kinds of new Friday the 13th content if you want it. Trust me, the Pack-a-Knack roof glitch, that's so inspiring to me because it has almost 1,700 views now, and that's so inspiring just to see how great that video is doing. So, I strongly suggest you subscribe if you like Friday the 13th content, and if you want to play with me, you can play with me. My Xbox username is in the description below. It is Ocela. I really hope I don't get banned, because I dig that Pack-a-Knack roof glitch. But if you want to play with me, my username is Ocela, and I'm probably thinking about moving to PC here shortly. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, have a good time.